Evening peeps, welcome back to the channel. Tonight, you've just seen the We Are Driven intro. We're still pushing Archie's journey. I've got to change this flyer up. I'll get someone to do that. We're also pushing, is it autism awareness? I couldn't quite make it out on the flyer. We'll see if we can have a look in a second. But we're still pushing Archie's journey. Get yourselves over to Facebook, click all those like buttons, get yourselves over to justgiving.com/campaign/Archie's journey. I think he's made his target, but you know, why not? Give us some more. If the Just Giving's still open, I don't know. But yes, that's what we've got tonight. The Audi TT series, brand new league from the P1 stables. So what is it? Autism something. I can't quite make out that logo there. Next to Cowabunga Car Diaries. But yeah, it's the debut of the Audi TT series tonight. It's a 10-minute qualifier followed by a 40-minute endurance race. Big shout out to all the people chucking their names behind this one. Infinity Decals, Digital Car Culture, Cowabunga Car Diaries. And yeah, we are still pushing Archie's journey in the autism word, whatever that is, underneath the jigsaw piece. Someone tell me what that word is. I can't see it. I'm too old and blind. So obviously debut round tonight. No scores to show you guys. Still merch available, people. Get hold of me at darksmoker@googlemail.com if you fancy a sticker or a t-shirt. Or get hold of me on the Facebook page. Right, let's get ourselves into this lobby. So, okay, we're still waiting for a driver or two then. Thank goodness I'm not the only one that's late tonight. Can't blame me for holding up the stream now. Here we go, another couple of drivers diving in. So yeah, 10 minutes quali. Let's have a quick look at lobby settings. What have we got? Tyre wear ×3, fuel at ×3. Oh yeah, I've seen that somewhere on a flyer. I should have paid attention to that, shouldn't I? Mechanical damage none, visible damage on. Okay. So no trip to the pits for these boys then when they get a bit of damage. It's all out. Just got to rely on those tyres and fuel to make it round. So we're getting everyone out on track for a bit of qualifying, are we? That's what Pilgrim's saying. There we go. Oh, mechanical damage light. He's chopped it up a little bit. Rick 2, why aren't you enjoying your holiday? Well, you obviously are enjoying your holiday because you've got time to chill out and listen to me and watch this. Right, let's have a look who's in the room. It is Teams tonight. I need to pull up more information on my telephono. Let's have a look here. Let's see what we've got in the room while we're doing that. We've got Dylan, we've got Infinity Decals, we've got me, we've got Manny the Gamer, we've got P1 Pilgrim. Oh, stop swapping around. I hate it when you do that. GT Raffo, Obi-Wan, Pilgrim, P1 Rob S91, P1 Dodgy, Magenta Fez is in the house, back for another season with the P1 Maniacs. Infinity Decals back again. Doug's 993 is in the house. P1 Skippy 4Q, P1 Valium, Manny the Gamer we've already seen, and P1 Dizzy. That's not the chat I want. That's the chat I want. There we go. Because I was being pointed at it earlier and I wasn't even looking. get ourselves on track for a bit of a glory shot of whoever is out front. Pilgrim at the minute. So yeah, 10-minute qualifier, 40-minute endurance race. Fastest first off the grid order. Yeah, fastest first, so pole position all to play for, otherwise what's the point? Initial fuel is default, so they get full fuel from the start. There are teams as well, like I say, so they have got liveries to play with. Maximum tyre is racing soft, minimum tyre is racing medium, so really only the two to play for. BOP is on, tuning is prohibited, shortcut penalty on weak, flag rules are on, counter assist denied, and ASM denied. None of that for you lot. I'm not reading that. So 21 points for first place in this series, all the way down to 1 point for 16th, which will be me. So even I score points in this. Great. There is a driver of the day as well, so you can either vote for it on the chat here, or you can get yourselves over onto the P1 Facebook group and vote on there as well. It does give the guys extra points in the championship, 2 extra points, so and for fastest lap and pole as well, so everything to play for early on. Baggity bags in the house. Evening, mate. So 10 rounds. Nurburgring tonight, Nurburgring GP, followed next week by Brands Hatch GP, Kyoto Yamajiba the following week, Alsace, Dragon Trail Seaside, St. Croix, Fuji Raceway, Sardegna, Monza, followed by Red Bull for the finals. Here we go then. Team Archie. We've got Infinity Decals, P1 Skippy, P1 Popeye. I've not seen him in the room. Might be missing tonight. P1 Winnie and Dragon Rhino 2. I've never heard of him. Okay, but that is Team Archie. We've got drivers from Australia, America and England in that team. Looks like they're driving a dark blue livery if they've got it on. Is it that one? Looks like it. I could be lying. And then we've got Team We Are Driven. I'm missing all the qualifying laps, people, but you know, I've got to get the information out. So Team We Are Driven are rolling with P1 Dylan as team captain. We've got GT Raffo, we've got GT Rick to continue, who's currently in the chat and on holiday rather than actually racing. Disgusting. How dare you. We've got Manny the Gamer and we've got Magenta Fez. We've got English, Irish, Dutch, and what's that one? Raffo. Where are you from? Is that Italian? I'll make myself look like a real pleb now, aren't I? That's easy enough. Four English guys and a Scot. So we've got Dizzy, Pilgrim, Rob, Dodgy, and Dougs for Team Autism as well. Ah, it's Autism Speaks. Yeah, I wondered if it was that. Okay, so that's teams for tonight. I better get myself onto some information, find out who's actually leading this damn thing for you lot, as we've only got, like I say, a 10-minute quali. 5 minutes into that already. Dylan's got himself pole position. He did seem to smash it well in the Mazdas. He does have a knack for getting up front. Smashed it in the MRC's Fusion League as well. So he's got himself a 2:03 on lap 2 there. 2:03.7, followed by Raf, who's on a 2:04.6, 0.8 of a second back. Obi-Wan, third place currently, 2:04.6, bit of a penalty to drop. Dizzy, fourth, 2:04.8, but pulling over. I'm not sure what's happened. Someone, I'm not sure if people aren't friends or whether it's not been shared, but there was a bit of a chat kicking off about it. It has been shared, but why people can't get hold of it, I don't know. You know what these servers are like, bags. 2:05.0 then for Valium, holding 5th at the minute. Did we miss Dizzy? Oh yeah, he was just pulling over, that's right. Infinity Decals then holding 6th, 2:05.8. Skippy 7th, 2:05.8. We've got Dodgy in 8th with the 2:06.8. Pilgrim in 9th with a 2080. Ooh, a little bit wide through there. Manny 10th, 2:10.1 for Manny. P1 Racing smashed down the side. We are driven on that one, and the Dark Smoker logo. Duds then 11th, 2:11.1. Dugs, sorry, not Duds. P1 Rob 12th, 2:14.8 currently. Magenta Fez 13th, 2:38.2. Dylan in the pits then. Looks like he's getting some fresh rubber. Let's find ourselves Infinity Decals. We're going to go for a lap on board. So down the start-finish straight, over the little brow of the hill. Oh, okay. Maybe we're not going to go for a lap on board with Infinity Decals. We'll try the same thing with P1 Roblet, who manages to make the corner. Lessons to be learnt there, Infinity Decals. Into the Mercedes arena then. Just got to be a little bit careful. Keep the wheels off that AstroTurf. Tiny bit deep there for Rob as he exits the Mercedes arena. You can run it out as wide as you like there. No penalties given if you cross the white line. Raffo's Irish. Who's got the Italian flag then, or is it just a really crap copy? Am I just being a pleb and not looking? Is it Manny? I don't even know. Like I say, you lot change your names in that chat group so often, I don't even know who's who anymore. I have to click and look at people's profiles to figure it out. Someone disappearing off in the distance. Valium by the looks of it. Oh, P1 Rob's just followed him off. Got the hairpin a little bit wrong then. Let's see if we can find a driver anywhere near that section. Here we go, Manny. Down the hill, we've just seen Valium fire himself off. We've been on board with Rob as he's done the same thing. Manny gets it right though. The Audis, front wheel drive, do go through tyres quite quickly. So into the S's, can keep all the power on through there, hit those curves well. Next two turns can be a bit tricky, easy to run it out wide on this first one, which sets you up all wrong for the second one, and then it's quite just as easy to run it out wide on this one as well. Out you go into that gravel trap, down this back straight, then through the little kink right and back up the hill towards the chicane. Let's see if Manny the gamer gets this one right. Braking early. Getting through there cleanly. Still maybe learning the track a little bit, Manny. Hard on the power again into the final turn and then back onto this start-finish straight. Let's see what time he puts. He's on a 2:07 now. A couple of seconds to go before he hits the line. 2:11. So his fastest is a 2:08. And we are just about at the end of qualifying. Dylan has held on to pole position. Got himself on that 2:03.7 for lap 2. Raffo then holding second. Oh, where's your lap time gone? What are you? Oh, still 0.8 back. Okay. So still on that 2:04.5 then for Raffo. Obi-Wan up into third. 2:04.6. Rick 2 will be happy with that. Dizzy in the pits, just giving his pit crew some props for getting him into fourth on the grid. Valium then back on track, just finishing his laps off. You do get to finish the lap you're on, and unless Rao's running the lobby. Love you, bionic foot. Where are you? 2:05.0 then currently for Valium. Can he better that? Got one more driver just in front of him. I don't know if they're on a hot lap. I think they are. Ooh, Rick 2 Obi-Wan comes through, 203.631. Pips pole position off of Dylan by 0.137 of a second. Rick 2 will be going crazy in Ibiza. Are you in Ibiza? You ought to get over and see Lewis Miller. He's playing in Mambo, isn't he? He'll get you in for note. Get yourself on the chat group and get hold of, you know, I'm not saying the name. So Obi-Wan pole position. Qualifying done. Dylan second then. Raffo third. Valium fourth. So he went a bit quicker, 2:04.8, while we were watching the glory lap of Obi-Wan taking pole from Dylan. Dizzy trying to razz a set of tyres before the end of quali, 2:04.8. Infinity Decals 2:05.846. Skippy in 7th, 2:05.8 as well. Rob in 8th with a 2:05.9. We've got Dodgy in 9th with a 2:06.8. Pilgrim 10th, 2:06.9. We've got Manny 2:08.9 for 11th. Dugs in 12th with a 2:11.1. And Magenta 2:21.4. So getting a little bit quicker. And here we go then. 40-minute race coming up. Oh, no raves this time. Oh, shame. Here we go then. 40-minute endurance. We are driven team. Top 3 on the grid. If they stay like that, that'll be good points early on in the season. But long race, 40 minutes. Wait for these lights to go green. Or see these drivers away down towards turn 1. Hopefully they get through there cleanly. Tricky corner. They're away now. Everybody away. Nobody stuck on the grid. All the cars obviously identical in power, so nobody going to get the advantage. It's all about timing. Then streaming down into this turn 1. Valium diving up the inside to go for first. He's got himself into second currently. Can he hold that position as he follows Obi-Wan through? He's still got a bit of a job on his hands. He's got Dylan and Raffo still moving up the inside. Nowhere for him to go to get back into that position. Might just be able to slot himself in between here, third. So he does make up a position. Is he going to go for Raffo here again? No, backs off. So he's just giving Obi-Wan a bit of breathing space. He's already got a second over the drivers behind. Raffo into second, then Valium third. Dylan in 4th. We've got Dizzy in 5th. Pilgrim 6th. Teammates hopefully not having to come in together into the hairpin. Getting through there cleanly. Infinity Decals then at 7th place. Got teammate Skippy behind him, being harassed by P1 Rob at the minute in 9th. Tiny bit of a gap back to Doug's already in 10th as they come into these S's. Dodgy in 11th for the Autism Speaks team. Manny the Gamer sitting in 12th. Magenta Fez, unfortunately, looks like she's been off track already. Back on track now though. Just keep it on track, Magenta. Let everyone else throw it into the gravel traps. That's all you've got to do. So Obi-Wan holding that lead. Raffo only just holding his second. Valium's giving him some pressure at the minute. Gets a good exit, does Raffo. Pulls a little bit away from Valium. Still in that slipstream range. Gets himself a bit closer to Obi-Wan actually, teammate. Not out of danger yet though. Using all of that track then, Valium, as much as possible to try and close these gaps, straighten these corners out. Keeps himself in touch with Raffo and Obi-Wan. Still got to worry about 4th place Dylan behind him. Dizzy is catching up with these top 4 as well, so he's got himself... Oh, what's happened there? Infinity Decals. No. Wasn't Rob. Was it Pilgrim? Yes, I think it was. Pilgrim and Dizzy were side by side for 5th and 6th, but now unfortunately Pilgrim's down in 9th. So a bit of work for Pilgrim to do then if he's going to try and regain that position. Obi-Wan then up front still, 0.7 of a second between himself and teammate Raffo. Still got Valium holding on to that 3rd, pulling a little bit of time over 4th. 4th got his mirrors full of Dizzy in 5th right behind him. Loses a bit of time. Dylan pulls away then. Top 3 still in the same order. Nobody close enough to make a move into the chicane here. If you can get a good exit out of that. Oh, it's a big cut by Dylan. He's got to be careful. He's already got a bit of a penalty there. Oh, and there he goes. Picks up another half a second. 1.4 seconds he's got. Does still pull time over 5th place Dizzy, who we are currently on board with. On board with Obi-Wan, looking back at 2nd place Raffo, being harassed by Valium still. Different lines through there. Raffo almost chopping a bit of the circuit off. He's got to be careful he doesn't pick up a penalty. This is the section I was on about. Everybody running wide through there. No penalties to be given. Allows you to keep the power down a little bit as well. Rick 2 giving Obi-Wan some shouts, telling him he's got the force back tonight. Been sent all the way. It's got some midichlorians from Ibiza to send you. Probably laced with something if they're from out there. 1.3 seconds the gap currently between Obi-Wan and Raffo though. Ooh, Valium thought about making a move down the inside at the heavy. He's doing it, he's doing it. And he does, he gets himself through. Just left enough room then Raffo. Valium thought, I'll have that. That's brought Dylan right back into this fight. Still got that 1.4 second penalty to lose. Valium having to go defensive. This might just leave the door wide open. There we go for Dylan to sweep through. Will he get the job done into this next turn? Will Dylan have to back off? No, he doesn't. Gets himself back through into 3rd then Dylan. Still got to drop that penalty though. Raffo also got to stick with these two as they go back on the hunt for 1st place Obi-Wan. 6 minutes in then. Top 5 pulled a bit of a gap then. 5 seconds back to Rob in 6th. There is the gap. Dizzy still just hanging on to the top 4 at the minute. A little bit of a gap developing. He's got to be careful. Doesn't want to drop the toe. Actually, he almost has done. Might be able to make it up here as they come into turn 1. But these boys are all pulling each other along at the minute. Dylan having a bite back at Valium. Let's get ourselves back on board with Raffo. Look at this fight. Valium holds his own at the minute. Both drivers running a bit wide there. Got to be careful of those penalties. Battle between 2nd and 3rd is just allowing Obi-Wan to creep away again. Just giving him enough breathing room. Could get away with a little mistake if it was happening. Oh, we've got Dylan having to go back then, going for the same move that Valium did. Gets a good run out of turn. I need to do 6, 7. Down towards the hairpin. He gets a good run back out. Gets himself back in front of Valium then, 2nd place. Still watching on board from Raffo's perspective. Still looking to hang on to these top 3. He's still got Dizzy to worry about as well. He's got a A little bit wide through there. Valium also gone a little bit wide. Kicks up a bit of sand. That's going to lose him time. Slows him down in his fight with Dylan. It's going to bring Raffo right in his rear view mirror as they come up to the chicane. Carrying more speed out of that turn then. Oh, he's outbraked himself though, Raffo. He's had to take avoiding action. Unfortunately, he's managed to just get himself in the way of Diz. That's the wrong button. Dizzy though holds on to the speed, gets himself through into 4th. Raffo pushed down to 5th. And now there's a gap developed between the top 3. 2nd then back to Diz now. Valium also must have had a little mistake somewhere because Dylan has now pulled a bit of a gap on him. Still holding that 1.4 second penalty. I think he's just lost a little bit and then just picked it back up again. Obi-Wan though, out front comfortably, 2.4 seconds. So nearly 10 minutes in, just ticking over that 9-minute mark. Obi-Wan at 2.2 seconds in front of Dylan. What are they on? What are they on? Softs for Obi-Wan, and we've got softs on board for Dylan as well. Again, got a penalty to lose. Valium now 2.5 back, so it's going to be a... Oh, he's run himself wide there as well. So again, just slow out of... the hairpin on the run up to these S's allows Dizzy and Raffo to get right back in the fight with him. So 3rd place on then for any of these 3 drivers currently. Yeah, 4.8 is it? Back to P1 Rob. Pressure from Pilgrim, slowly closing his way back up through this pack. So was 9th last time we checked, got himself past Skippy and Dodge. Now on the hunt for P1 Rob, just in front of him as they head up towards this chicane. Rob keeps it on track. Pilgrim got a bit of a penalty to lose. Can he get the move done down towards turn 1? Can he get a good enough run all over the back end? Let's get ourselves on board. Here we go. On board with Pilgrim then, using the slipstream initially. Just lets himself. He's going to go for the move into turn 1. Yeah. Up the inside. Don't outbrake yourself. Gets himself back up into 6th then. Doesn't instantly chuck it away and give Rob the position back, which is good. Can happen in turn 1. Just drive into there a bit deep, and the driver can just cut back across you and take that position back, but not tonight. Rob then having to drop back into 7th. Pilgrim looking like he's carrying a little bit more speed. Yeah, so it was a mistake early on from Pilgrim's point that put him so far back. He was battling for 5th. Oh, he's ducked a wheel on the grass there as well, and around he goes. Oof, almost taking out Skippy in the process. So loses that 6th and the 7th, down to 8th then again for Pilgrim. Has he got a Dodgy to worry about? No, big old gap back to Dodgy, 9.7 seconds. No damage on for him either. There you go, as easy as that. Exploring those track limits, just dipped a wheel on the sand. Around he went. Obi-Wan then still continues to hold the time from Dylan in 2nd. 2.6 seconds the gap at the minute. So lost about half a second at the minute. Dylan's still got 1.4 seconds penalty on board. Dizzy up into 3rd then, pulled the gap as well, 1.5 seconds between himself and Valium. Now Raffo all over the back end of the blue car of Valium. Still going to be good points for the We Are Driven team, that's for sure. 2 drivers 1st, 2nd, 1 driver in 5th. battle then. Raffo all over the back end of Valium at the minute. Oh, he's picked himself up a penalty. Cut a turn a little bit too deep there then. So Rob through into 6th, 5.4 seconds down. Skippy in 7th. Hunting down Rob at the minute. Pilgrim after that little mistake, 8th, 4.7 seconds down from that fight. Tyres looking a little bit worse for wear as well on Pilgrim's car. Dodgy in 9th, Tyres looking good. 10 seconds down from Pilgrim himself though. Manny in 10th, got Doug's pretty close behind, just 1.1 seconds back for Doug's. Loses a bit of time there, gap was stretching up to 1.3, 1.4 seconds. See if he can pull that back, we'll keep checking on. Infinity Deckel's just been in the pits then, he's changed out, got himself a fresh set of soft tyres on board. Gentafez, soft's looking a little bit worn now as well. Still in 13th. Maybe getting on with the front wheel drive Audis, better than the rear wheel drive Mazdas. Race leader then, Obi-Wan, lost a bit of time. Gap down to 2.1 seconds between himself and 2nd. Goes Obi-Wan through shot, closely followed by Dylan. Still got that penalty though. Dizzy then 4.2 seconds back for 3rd. He's looking hard pushed to close the gap up on these two. Raffo back up into 4th, 3.4 seconds. He's got himself back past Valium. Still going to lose that penalty though. Rob holding 6th. Skippy still just 1.2 seconds back. Can the Archies Journey driver close that gap up? Another one of the Autism Speak team. P1 Dodgy holding 8th. A bit of a lonely race at the minute, 19 seconds in front to Skippy, and he's got 7.3 back to Manny. There is Manny. He's also having a little bit of a lonely one. Pilgrim just to Pilgrim stopped, I think. Yeah, Pilgrim stopped, come back out in 10th. Fresh set of tyres to play with. 24 minutes left of this one. Can he make them last the rest of the race without him being absolutely devastated by the time the clock ticks down? Doug's then just been in, comes out, fresh set of mediums on board for him. 22 seconds down from Pilgrim. Here's Infinity Deckles, who just came in a lap or two ago. Out on the softs. Magenta Fez ghosting out because she's a back marker as these drivers come through. Can be a little bit off-putting as you're coming through, but it makes it a little bit easier for the back markers to not have to worry about the faster cars coming through. They can just hold on to their line as they would and let the faster drivers drive through them. Oh yeah, tyres looking a bit beaten up now. Magenta, you ought to get yourself in the pits, girl. Get those changed out. I'm struggling under braking. Struggling to accelerate, can't go around corners in it. Get some fresh rubber on. Race leader Obi-Wan then, gap down 1.6 seconds. Dylan pulling a little bit of time, he's managed to drop 1/10 of his penalty at least. Slowly closing that gap up on his teammate. Dizzy then 4th place. He's got 4.5 seconds either side of him now. So it looks like Valium has been in the pits. Yes, he has. Comes out a fresh set of softs. Back out into 6th place. Just got Skippy to negotiate past. He's 22 seconds in front, but he's not stopped yet. So that should give Valium the position back. He has got Dodgy just 1.9 seconds back. Again, not stopped for Dodge. Pilgrim closing that gap up as well with the fresh tyres. Picks himself up a little bit of a penalty though. So Manny on Warns versus Rob on fresh. Manny under pressure. Gets a good run out of the hairpin, does Rob. Puts the pressure on Manny. Rob did well not to take Manny out there. Had to slam the brakes on. You saw the car twitching under braking as he almost took Manny out. Gets a good run out of this turn though. Looking to chase Manny down into this chicane. Manny holding the left-hand line. Back over to the racing line. Oh, straight back across. Cuts inside of Manny. Tiny bit of contact, but I think it was spoiler on spoiler if anything. Rob then gets through. Out brakes Manny for that turn. Has to be expected with the fresher tyres on. Manny decided not to come in actually, staying out on those worn softs. We are at the halfway mark as well. It would be the appropriate time. Obi-Wan not stopped yet either. Looks like Dylan's been in, so yes he has. Comes out on a fresh set of softs. 30 seconds down from race leader. P1 Skippy also stayed out. He's not stopped either. Nearly 20 seconds back from race leader. It's going to be no threat after he stopped. So Dylan gets his penalty down a little bit. Looking for a fast lap here then to try and close the gap up on Obi-Wan. Maybe jump him when Obi-Wan comes in. Not like for his wallet or anything, as in, you know, take the position off him. Dizzy then 4th, fresh set of boots. So he's only 2.1 down from Dylan. Both drivers have stopped, so it is a race to the end now for these two. It was 4.5 seconds, so a good drive from Diz then to close that gap up, unless Dylan's had a bit of an issue getting through the pack. Obi-Wan coming in now then. Skippy follows him in. Dylan through the chicane. Past the pit entrance, around this final turn then. Is Obi-Wan even in his box? Yes he is. Takes on board tyres, not bothering with fuel, doesn't need it, still got half a tank. Back out then. Where's Dylan going to be coming down this start-finish straight at full tilt? How close is the gap going to be between first and second now? It's extended by the look of it. Looks like Dylan might have had a bit of a stressful outlap. Unless Obi-Wan's teleported himself halfway around the track, because he's now 5 seconds up the road. Cannot even see Dylan. Dylan was piling the pressure on him. Got the gap down to 1.1 seconds. Maybe a little mistake that set in for Dylan that we didn't see. Yeah, can't even see him at the minute. He's still holding that penalty as well. He's still got Dizzy pretty close behind him. So Dizzy only 2 seconds down then. Hunting down that second place. See that big red marker above his name as well. He's putting in purple sectors, is Dizzy. Hammering that Audi, giving it as much as possible. Cutting these turns as well, that's what you've got to do. Got to risk it for a chocolate biscuit. Don't run it wide here. Just has to back off the throttle a little bit. Loses a bit of time to Dylan. 2.2 seconds the gap has stretched to, but he's still got that penalty to lose. But still not able to close up on P1 driver Obi-Wan out front, still by about 5 seconds. It is 5.2. Time ticking down as well. Dylan running out of that very thing to try and close the gap up on that first place. Dizzy looking to close that gap back up again. Did get it down to 2 seconds, but he's picked himself up a penalty as well. Valium then back into 4th, but Raffo still right there with him as it was in stint 1. Raffo had made it through into 4th, so he's going for it again into turn 1. Both getting a good drive as well. Raffo not as clean. He's had to take the tighter line, therefore the slower line, allowing Valium to keep that position. Just not able to keep the power on. If he had done, he would have drifted himself out wide and probably taken out Valium at the same time. But back on it, just 0.6 of a second. Still on the hunt then, Raffo. That's where we saw Pilgrim get it backwards. Again, a good exit through there. On the hunt then for Valium's 4th position. Looks for the move down the inside at the hairpin. Is he going to chop it up? Is he looking for the switch back on the way out? Not able to get the power down as quick as he likes, so has to back off and hold that 5th as they run up through the S's. That's the one. Grab all those curbs. Valium again, not as quick through there as Raffo is. Unable to make the move there though. Gets another good corner there, Raffo. He's piling the pressure on Valium here. Valium's gotten a little bit wide through that turn 2. Now, has Raffo got the power to get him before this chicane or into the chicane? I've just seen Rob and Manny do the same thing. Not quite as close this time for Raffo and Valium. Oh, Raffo's outbraked himself this time though. Valium's gone a tiny bit wide as well. Gets it back on track. So this battle just stretches out again. Raffo will be cursing, I'm sure. A little bit of a gap to try and close back up then for Raffs. Can he do it? He's only got 14 minutes left. Obi-Wan picked himself up a penalty. Lost a bit of time to Dylan as well. The gap at 4.8 seconds. There he is. Just in the background. Comes peeling around that turn. Closely followed by Diz. Still 2.8 seconds between 2nd and 3rd as well. The fight we've just been watching. Valium versus Raffo. Closing the gap back up. 1.1 seconds. Usually gets a good run out of there, Raffo. Valium getting a good one this time as well though. Pulls a little bit of gap down towards the hairpin. So it gets the time down below a second then between Raffs and Valium. Raffo was pretty quick through these turns. There you go, chopping that curb off, look. Shortening the circuit by a big chunk. Both drivers getting it a little bit wide through there, but Raffo again closing the gap, just 0.4 of a second, well within slipstream range. Not close enough again, I don't think, into the chicane. Coming up now. Doesn't mess the braking up this time though. Oh, Valium goes a tiny bit wide. That's going to slow him down again. Raffo won't be able to make the move into the final turn. Can he get a better exit down into turn 1? TT getting an ever so slightly bigger. Here he goes then. Holds onto the line, does Valium. Catches a cone on the way through there. It's caused him to run a little bit wide. That's allowed Raffo to take the inside. Back through to fourth then for Raffo. Valium, a little bit of work to do now then. Like I say, he just caught a cone as he went through there. Slowed him down enough. Raffo was able to keep the power on. Close that gap up into the Mercedes arena. And yeah, you saw the outcome. Raffo then. Oh yeah, it's another poor entry into that turn for Valium. See Raffo just stretching out a little bit now again. Oh, he's gone deep into the hairpin as well. Trying to drive it a little bit too hard now, Valium. He'll put it in the wall. There you go. It's angry driving. I used to do it myself. I can't watch. Obi-Wan then still leading 5.1 seconds. Still got 0.5 of a second penalty to lose. Just over 10 minutes remaining as well. Dylan still second. Again, a penalty to lose. Held on to that for pretty much the whole race. Dizzy back into the pits. He's coming in for another set of tyres. Sticking on the mediums then for the last stint, I would expect. Raffo then through into fourth. Yeah, pulled time over Valium already. 1.5 seconds. So Valium not in the slipstream range now. Dizzy coming into his pit box still, losing a few positions. Pilgrim back up into 7th. Both drivers 6th and 7th holding penalties. Rob S looks like he's had a half decent race tonight. He's been in the thick of it a fair amount. Battling out with somebody at most points in this race, as does Pilgrim. Dodgy 9th then. Lonely race at the minute. 26 seconds in front of Pilgrim and 20 seconds back to Doug's. He's got Manny the Gamer still to worry about in 11th though. Just 1.1 seconds back for Manny. Gets a good exit out of there as well. Might be able to get this position before turn 1. Not quite close enough. Let's see what happens here into turn 1. Doug's through there cleanly. Manny through there cleanly. Oh, there you go. That's the cone that Valium hit. Done exactly the same thing. Look, pushed him out wide. Yeah, that's what gave Raffo the 3rd position. Manny the Gamer then closing up on Doug's. Looking for 10th place. Oh. Goes a little bit defensive then, Doug's. Manny. Oh, Manny's run wide. Ooh, keeps it on the black stuff now, though. Yeah, didn't do too bad. Now only 1.3 seconds back from Doug's. Fair play, Manny. Fair play. Didn't go spinning round backwards or anything. Right, just under 8 minutes left. Let's have a run through the pack. Obi-Wan then in 1st. Dylan still 2nd. Raffo 3rd. Skippy 4th. Got Dizzy in 5th, fresh boots on. Got Rob in 6th, Pilgrim 7th. Just coming in the pits. Valium also coming in the pits for fresh rubber in 8th. Dodgy 9th. We've got Doug's in 10th. Manny the Gamer in 11th. Infinity Decals 12th. Magenta Fez in 13th. Looking for those racing lines. Magenta Fez. Obi-Wan lost a little bit of his penalty, but also losing time to Dylan behind. The gap at 3.7 seconds. Dylan starting to push then towards the end of the race. Still, Obi-Wan's tyres look a lot better. Abby's doing fine. It's a little bit, you know, bound to be a little bit far back. New to all this sim racing, really. 4 minutes over a 40-minute race. We are driven then first, second and third as they were on the grid. Skippy holding that fourth position. Dizzy chasing him down though. Who's that ghosting out? Who's that just been reset to track? Who is that just been reset to track? Oh, it's Magenta Fez. She's not actually been reset to track. She's just ghosting out because these drivers are coming through. Although she may have just been reset to track. So Skippy fourth. Can he hold on to that? Oh, looking at the pace of Dizzy. Don't think so. 0.6 of a second, half a second, well within slipstream range. Both drivers got penalties to lose. Archie's journey versus Autism speaks here then. Five minutes, Skippy. Can you hang on to it? Dizzy looking dangerous. Oh, I thought Skippy had got it wrong then. He's gone a little bit wide. He has. He's made enough of a mistake that Dizzy's going to carry the speed through. Dizzy takes that fourth. Yeah, it looked like it was coming, to be honest. Dizzy is on a fresher set of tyres as well. He has just come in for a second stop. Let's come back out on softs, all right. So back into fourth then for Diz, but now 4.3 seconds off of a fight for third. Very unlikely to close that gap up, back up without a mistake. 4 minutes 20 seconds remaining. Obi-Wan still a 3.6 second lead over Dylan. Lost another 10th. Dylan's not. He's holding on to this penalty till the end. Teammate Raffo then first, second and third for the We Are Driven team. So a little way back. 24 seconds back from, 28 seconds back from race leader. Has got a Dizzy closing up on those fresher tyres as well. So what's the gap? 2.6. Well, okay. Alright, there's me saying 4.5 seconds and he wasn't going to do it, but looks like Raffo's just having a little bit of trouble on those worn tyres versus Dizzy. Gap at 2.4, we're going to have to keep an eye on this. Skippy then 5th, Rob in 6th. Yeah, had a good race tonight, Rob. Valium 7th, Pilgrim 8th. Dodgy in 9th, Infinity Decals 10th, Duds 11th, Manny in 12th. He's got some fresh tyres as well. And Magenta Fez, ooh, just running it a bit deep on the way out of the Mercedes Arena. Oh, could be on here for third. Oh, it's on for third. Raffo's got it wrong on the way out of the S's. Dizzy is going to carry so much more speed. It's going to be nothing. Well, I was going to say there's nothing Raffo can do, but he holds the defensive line on the way in there, but he's not carrying enough speed. I'll say that. Oh, so Good attempt there by Raffo to defeat Dizzy. Looks like he's carrying enough speed to get the job done before the chicane. There it is, back into third position then for Diz. Raffo just making that mistake on the way out of the S's. Stuck himself on the grass, in the sand. There you go, Dizzy third. So not a first, second, third for We Are Driven anymore. Not unless Raffo can smash it back in 1 minute 40 seconds. That is this lap and this lap only. Worn tyres versus fresh though. I don't think it's going to happen. Not without a mistake from Dizzy. There is race leader. Still been under no threat really all race. Dylan did manage to close the gap up just before the pit stops, but by the time they came out, there's a 5-second gap between them. It's 1.4, 1.5 on the way in. Yeah, by the time Obi-Wan came out, yeah, 5-second gap. Still at 3.4 at the minute. Is he holding that third? Pulled time over Raffo. His tyres just aren't going to give it what he needs to put the pressure back on Dizzy to take that position. Okay, are these boys going to be the first ones to cross the line, or are they going to manage to sneak another one in? 20 seconds on the clock. We've got drivers parked at the line. 10 seconds left on the clock. Around this final turn then, is Obi-Wan or Dylan going to get across the line before the timer ticks over? Nope. There it is then. Obi-Wan's going to take the win. He gets across the line, you sneaky bugger. Dylan takes second. Obi-Wan doesn't even matter now. He can run out of fuel and do what he wants. So Obi-Wan takes the win then. He has got another lap to put in. Dylan takes second. Raffo, what's happened? We've missed it all. Dizzy lost it into fourth. Raffo, if he can hold on to this final turn. Ooh, it's going to be a close run down to the line. But Raffo does take it, so it is first, second and third for We Are Driven team. Unfortunate. Oh, I've got drivers in the barrier behind, so unfortunate Dizzy, he takes fourth. Skippy piles it into the wall for fifth. Rob takes sixth. Good drive, mates. Valium is going to take seventh. Was battling it out up front earlier, but got it a little bit wrong. Pilgrim losing his penalty just as he comes up to these last couple of turns. Dodgy might get this position if he's not careful. I think he might get it anyway if he's close enough. It's just 0.7 between them. Oh. Nearly getting taken out there. So Pilgrim takes 8th. Dodgy does come through to take that 7th off him. He did cross the line, or he tried to cross the line without the penalty, but slowed him down. So Dodgy comes through to take that one. Pilgrim 9th. Infinity Deckel's 10th. Doug's in 11th. Manny 12th. Magenta Fez just rolling around to take 13th. And then sneaky Obi-Wan managed to get across the line with 0.0 of a blip of a blam of a second. He's had to stick another lap in. Here he is then, through the chicane. Managed to hold on to enough fuel for that one. There he is, flash of the lights. Knows he's out on his own. Basically a victory lap for him. Here he is, giving it a wiggle across the line. And backwards into the marshals. Try and take you lot out. And there he goes. Good win for Team We Are Driven. Well done, Obi-Wan. The boys were saying you were a bit of an alien, and you know, I've seen you drive in other lobbies. All of a sudden, the Jedi-ness is coming back. I don't know what you've been doing, but it's working. No problem, Ricky, my boy. No problem at all. You get back to keep it quiet, because the kids are probably in bed by now. Shh. Yes, there we go. Round 1 of the new Audi TT. Oh, it is the Autism Speaks TT League. Okay, I'll change that for next week. Yep, there you go. Round 1, Autism Speaks TT series from the P1 boys. Don't forget, vote for Driver of the Day. Ooh, suggestions. Obi-Wan did pretty well. Raffo, got to give it to Raffo. Lost that third a few times, got it back. Who else? Rob, I'd give Rob a bit of a shout. Yeah, entirely up to you. But yeah, get yourselves onto this page. Vote for Driver of the Day if you want. That's what adding P1 to your name does. What makes you a Jedi? Then how come you never won anything when you had P1 in your name? Is all I'm going to say. Chris. So, same time next week. I am going to miss week 3 of this because I'm not going to be in this country. It's all right. I'm only going to Scotland. Yes, that's it for round 1 of Autism Speaks Audi TT League. Yeah, vote for Driver of the Day either on here or get yourselves over to P1's Facebook page, which is GT Sport and ACC, or just been kicked out of the lobby. Yeah, so go find the P1 race community on Facebook and go sign up, get yourselves involved. Vote for Driver of the Day on here. 2 extra points on board for the driver that does get the Driver of the Day award. So it all makes a difference. It's not just a waffle for them lot. There you go. Driver of the Day, Raffo. From Rip to Continue. Most fights and came out on top. There you go. Yeah. So that's pretty much going to be about it from me. You can help my channel out by donating on buymeacoffee.com/dartsmoker. Or if you actually want something for your money, hit me up at dartsmoker@googlemail.com, and for the same money for one of these Buy Me a Coffee donations, you can get yourself some stickers. £3 a pair for the stickers. Shirts available as well. They're 22 quid plus 1 free sticker, free postage. Hit me up. I've got some t-shirts and plenty of stickers. All right. But that's pretty much going to be about it from me. I hope you've liked what you watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe. Tell all your mates. Tell your mums. My name's Dart Smoker. I'm out of here.
Yeah.